Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel, Mind Your Mental Matters. I am Yvette and in this video, I will be talking about depression. We always hear people talking about depression, but do we really know what it is? In this video, I will define depression, talk about the symptoms of depression, the causes of depression, and how you can treat it, right? So let's get to it. What is depression? So, by definition, depression, or otherwise known as major depressive disorder, is a common and serious mental illness that negatively affects how you feel, the way you think, and how you act. It can be treated, fortunately, and depression causes persistent feelings of sadness, or a loss of interest in activities once enjoyed, right? It can lead to a variety of emotional and physical problems and can decrease a person's ability to function either at work or at home, right? You can have either severe depression, moderate depression, or mild depression, but we will get into that in subsequent videos in more detail, right? But from this definition, what we can take away is that depression sounds more like sadness, right? And if you think about sadness, it's a very normal human emotion that everybody is capable of feeling, right? We're all capable of being happy or feeling happy. So we're all capable of feeling sad, right? So it's very important for us to be able to differentiate between sadness and depression. Sadness is normally caused by something, right? For example, if you go for a job interview and you don't get the job, obviously this is not good news, so it can cause you to be sad, right? If you go through a divorce, if you have a fight with your friend, that can cause you to be sad. So with sadness, you can kind of pinpoint it to something. I am sad because I had a fight with my friend. I am sad because I'm going through a divorce. But it's not something that lasts forever, You can relieve your sadness by maybe crying it out or venting about it. Or if you just talk about it, right? If you talk about it, you cry about it, then this could relieve your symptoms of sadness, right? It doesn't really last forever. It goes away after some time. But now, when it doesn't go away after some time, when those feelings of sadness are just causing you to be unable to move on with your life, your low mood just keeps on getting worse, or it lasts for a prolonged time, or instead of getting better, it just keeps on getting worse, this could be a signal for something worse than just your normal sadness, right? Like I said, we all go through bad days. We all have days where we're just like, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to do anything. It's normal, right? Because maybe something might have happened and caused us to be like that. But if you have those feelings for, say, 2 weeks straight, then we put a question mark to that, right? Now, what are just some of the symptoms of depression? How can we then say, Mara, this is depression? Symptoms could include things like difficulty concentrating, difficulty remembering things, difficulty making decisions, fatigue or decreased energy, feelings of guilt, feelings of hopelessness and pessimism, insomnia or early wakefulness, or just excessive sleeping, irritability or restlessness, loss of interest in activities or hobbies that you once enjoyed, a loss of interest in sex, overeating, or just the loss of appetite. It could be either or. Persistent aches and just pain, headaches, cramps that just don't seem to go away even after you've taken medication to try and ease this pain, right? Suicide thoughts or suicide attempts. These are all definite symptoms of depression. Now, doctors would say that if you experience one or a combination of these for a period of 2 weeks, then you need to seek help because this could possibly be depression, right? Like I said, it's normal for us to have bad days, but if your bad day turns into a bad week and it turns into a bad month, then it turns into a bad life, then this is not your normal kind of sadness. That's when you need to seek help. Now, somebody would be like, but these are just my feelings and this is my business. Why do I need to now be going around telling people my business? You need to seek help. You need to talk to somebody, because depression is such a serial illness that if it goes untreated, undiagnosed, or just ignored, it can lead to suicide. Let me give you the facts. According to the World Health Organization, around 300 million people of all ages suffer from depression. They've also said that 800,000 people all over the world commit suicide every single year. Guys, that's 800,000 families burying somebody due to suicide every single year. What that really means is that every 40 seconds, someone out there is committing suicide. Every 40 seconds, someone out there is committing suicide. Now, from this moment onwards, I'm going to ring a bell after every 40 seconds. Every time you hear that bell, it must signal to you that somebody is committing suicide at that point, just so you can see the frequency at which people are dying only because of suicide every single day. That's deep. Guys, that's just something else, And now somebody would be like, so, what does that have to do with me if people are committing suicide? What it has to do with you is that depression is as real as any other illness out there. And it could happen to anybody. It could be you who is going through depression. It could be me. It could be my brother. It could be my sister. It could be my child. If there are 5-year-olds out there committing suicide, that's why you should worry about why are people killing themselves. And that's just the thing. What we need to remember is that depression is an illness, just like TB is an illness. Depression is not a sign of weakness or a character defect, right? People need to just get away from this idea that people are depressed because they choose to be. We need to get away from this idea that once somebody has come to us and confided in us and just gathered enough strength to open up to us about what they're going through, we need to stop this thing of, if I had this person's life, I would never be depressed. Here's the thing. Can somebody with a big car or, big cars, big house, all the money in the world, the most perfect children and the most perfect husband, like the ones we see on TV, can that person have TB? Can that person have diabetes? Can that person have cancer? If the answer is yes, then a person can have all the money in the world, the big house, the big cars, the perfect life, and still have depression, simply because depression is an illness. It is not a sign of lack of gratitude like people have believed out there. This is what we need to understand. What causes depression is what we should be asking ourselves rather. So let's get into that. What causes depression? Now, there's a lot of things that can cause depression, right? But I'm just going to go into maybe some of the top ones so I don't make this video too long. And those could be life-related things such as personal relationships, financial struggles, influence from the internet or social media or anti-social media. It could be genetics. It could be stress. Lots of things can contribute to a person having depression, right? And that's the thing. That's why somebody can have all the money in the world and all this and still have depression, because maybe it's just a genetic thing, right? So these are some of the causes of depression. If you're looking at social media, for example, the youth have just so much access to the internet. They have so much access to the lives of celebrities that everyone is just posting the most perfect moments of their lives on social media, that somebody could be looking at it and then comparing it to themselves, and you don't know what that does to them. It could lead to depression. Children, the youth, teenagers have so much access to this anti-social media that they end up questioning themselves. They see all these Instagram models and they look at themselves and end up being bulimic and just end up, doing all these things so they can fit into that kind of image. This could lead to depression. right? So this is what we need to be asking ourselves: what causes people to have depression? Instead of us being like, yo, if I had this, I wouldn't be that, right? Now, how do we treat depression? The first and foremost, would be to talk to somebody. Talk to a friend, talk to a close relative, talk to a grown-up, somebody that you trust, somebody that you know will not judge you, somebody that you think will not judge you, but talk to somebody, let them know how you feel, let them know what you're thinking, and then take it from there. This person might help you to say, okay, I'll go to the doctor with you, or they'll just help you find solutions, right? Go see a doctor if you can. I mean, if you can see a GP, go for it. Go see a GP. If you cannot, no problem. Go to the clinic. Go to a public clinic, and there's so many nurses out there. There's psychologists out there who will be able to help you. But talking to a professional will be so good for you, because they'll be able to diagnose you first of all. So they can say to you, yes, these are symptoms of depression, so you are depressed. Or no, these are not symptoms of depression. Maybe what you're going through is B, C, or D, right? But those are the people who will be able to diagnose you and give you the guidelines as to what to do next, right? Educate yourself. I think that's one of the best things you can do, is to educate yourself, for yourself first, and then for the people close to you, because the more you know about depression, the better equipped you are when it comes to dealing with it, right? Be it in yourself or in the people that are close to you, right? Educate yourself on the symptoms, on the possible causes, and the treatments, right? Evaluate yourself. We're always so quick to say, ooh, that one, ha. Or hey, but for a change, check yourself. Let us check ourselves, guys. I've already mentioned the symptoms, so you can look at yourself and be like, Maravele, these days I feel I'm always tired. I feel like, the symptoms that I've mentioned. Check yourself, and then you can be able to say, maybe I should see a doctor, or maybe I should try to do things a little bit differently. Right? Just notice what's happening around you. Take note of what's happening around you, so that you can be able to support yourself first, and then you can support the people that are close to you. The other things that you can do is, if you have been diagnosed with depression and you've been prescribed medication or therapy, see it through. Do it for yourself. See it through. It might not always be the easiest thing, but if you've been given medication, take it, run the course, and see what happens after that. If you need to see therapy, find a good therapist. So many things you can do. Eat well. You are what you eat, guys. It's true. I know. You are what you eat. So eat well, eat nutritious food, stay away from junk food, stay away from food that is not good for your health, not good for your brain. Exercise whenever you can. You're not a very sporty person? No problem. Just walk. It's very easy to walk. Just walk. Do some exercises, do some meditation. Always good for your body, always good for your mind. Try to get as much sleep as you can, whenever you can. Rest your body, it needs it. There are so many things you can do, guys, to treat depression. I will leave these right here so I don't go on forever and ever, but what you should know is that help is there. There definitely is help. And if you have depression, or you think you have depression, or you know somebody who does, equip yourself with the knowledge to know what to do about it, so you don't end up being in the statistics of people who are committing suicide. And that's it. That's it from me, guys. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know if it was helpful. Let me know if you learned something. Let me know what you would like to see me talking about. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comment section down below. Check out my other video that I did on anxiety, which is the dreaded sister of depression, really, and learn a bit about that as well. Definitely share this video with your friends, with your colleagues, with everybody that you care about, and please do subscribe to my channel. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one right here. Remember, I'm sharing this information with you guys from what I know, from what I have learned, from the research I have done. But if you do need professional help, I do suggest that you go and seek professional help. Okay, so till the next time, lots of love, lots of light and perfect mental health to you and everybody.